of victims, and I'm not saying this because of politics, because I am actually the author of the Victim Protection Act, because I believe anybody who is a victim of crime need to be compensated. And it is not just limited to the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs who are killed, their families need to be compensated. The ones who are injured need to be compensated. The people who are killed when we demonstrated post-election, their families need to be compensated. And it's not much. Really, if you look at the number of people who are there. And I want to thank the President for giving that, saying the forgiveness or seeking for forgiveness. So the forgiveness, I would want to urge him again to follow with an act. In law, we say there is the mens rea and the actus reus. Let his mens rea be followed by an actus reus. What it is in his mind need to be followed by action. That I'd want to encourage the President to take action or to take control. I think there are people who are overexcited around the presidency. For instance, this young girl called Caroline Njeri, Rose Njeri, who was arrested. Honestly, unless there's a big thing that is not evident to us, there was absolutely no reason to arrest that girl. And for me, I get very jittery when I see any evidence of a thinning of a democratic space. That this gives me jitters. And I would want to encourage the President, in the spirit of the MOU that we signed, to look at the issues of enhancing that democratic space. And for somebody who is basically just trying to give us views on the finance bill, I don't see what's wrong with that. When people give us views on the finance bill, we will accept what we think makes sense and we will reject what doesn't make sense. Of course, I know Kenya comes from the issues of Gen Z last year, and there may be jitters, but I don't think it makes sense to arrest a very young, innocent-looking girl over simple things like that. So I do condemn that. But what I'm doing here is, as a person very passionate about issues of human rights, whenever I see anything that appears as a regression, I will call it out, and I'm calling it out. That when you see any evidence of something that looks like a regression, and that's why I'm saying the people around the presidency, there are some people who are overexcited, and if you see me coming out here, I'm coming out because that's not the only one I've seen. I may not say the others, but they should stop being overexcited. And we cannot allow a situation where any voice of dissent is criminalized. Even me, I have people in my constituency that speak against me. We allow them, let them speak. But ultimately, the best person will win. And so for instance, while Homa Bay was going on very well, then you see this lady being arrested. What sense does it make? Why are you pulling down a positive at 100%, you're pulling it down by another 20%? When you are on a high, just stay on a high. Don't let the little things spoil the vineyard. Yeah, the Bible says it's the little foxes that spoil our vineyard. So don't let little foxes spoil our vineyard. If somebody wants to raise a divergent view, let them be. Let me take this opportunity to notice or to note that I'm extremely abhorred and appalled by the apparent increase in issues of gender-based violence against women politicians. And I want to say that I don't care which side of the divide I am, whether we are in broad-based or not. I cannot condone any form of violence against women, and it is because